right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we the brothers from the Great Millstone, Atlanta. Come back to a quick Godspeed. Want to start off first and foremost by giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Kwakadash.
Also double honors to our elders and the Apostle Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutations to the men out there pushing this word of truth and sincerity. And we just wanted to get into, real quick, the destruction of Esau, how quickly it's coming. We wanted to get into, the system of debt, and the merchants that participate all across the world, how all of that whole system is going to be destroyed and brought down very, very soon, And so if you want to go ahead and bring out that precept,
Khan, this is start with the book of, if I may, I'll start with the book of Revelations.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 9. It says, "And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning."
See, smoke of her burning, because Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. So the kings of the earth, all of these top millionaires, like, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all of these different corporations like Chevron, BP, and all of these different corporations is laid down with Babylon the Great, aka America. Well, they're going to be crying and lamenting because this place is going to be destroyed and they ain't going to get no more money off of it.
Exactly. And it reads, "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come."
Okay, so that's 1 hour. How is that going to happen? How is it that, where are they going to be standing first off to where they see America burning from afar off? Well, that's going to be in their countries. They're going to be in their lands or whatever parts across the world that they're going to be, and the devastation and destruction of America is going to be so great that you're going to be able to see it from different parts of the world. You're talking about over 200 million missiles hitting this place. If you know anything about a thermonuclear missile, one can decimate an entire city. Okay? So you're talking about sending over 200 million over to this place. What do you think is going to happen when they all hit? If you take 2 thermonuclear missiles and you let them go off simultaneously, the 2 together will produce a great explosion than the 1 separate. So you're talking about 200 million coming to this piece.
Yeah, it says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. The actual physical, there's going to be mass earthquake. The scripture said there was to be a great earthquake. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be massive earthquakes. It's going to cause the water, tides. That pressure from America is going to cause tides to consume a lot of different islands, a lot of coastal regions in different parts of the earth. And it's going to be clear why is this happening. These are repercussions because of America and the destruction of America. And also the apostles talk about these things will be televised. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have certain planes at a distance seeing the fire. Like, damn, America's done. It's through. I'm gonna continue. It says, verse 11, "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore."
You see that? No man gonna buy y'all garbage no more, man. Because the only people, America is a consumer-based nation. This country is all about consumerism. Let me tell you how bad this consumerism is and what they do to make sure that America keeps going so they can continue to buy. Other countries that produce like China, that produce products for Americans to buy, they loan America money so America can buy more of their shit. To keep this cycle going, because they understand that this is the nature of this economy, that they're the producer base and America's the consumer base. And once this consumer based economy is destroyed, you're not going to have anybody to sell your products to.
All of their economies are interlocked. These countries are also dependent on Americans' consumerism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like how is India so powerful and how is China so powerful? Because America is buying their products.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, and they're gonna be in the heat of the moment. They're gonna be, you know, before they actually shoot the missiles, they're gonna be mad at America because America's gonna go to such an extent of trying to conquer and overtake everybody. But when it's actually when but they're not gonna have a choice. But when the manifestation of when they have to shoot those missiles on America and actually destroy America, they're gonna feel like they regret it. Why? Because their economies are completely destroyed, and two, Yahweh Shem Yahshua coming for them next. You know what I'm saying? The Lord and his hosts are coming for them next. All right. I had a quick one. This is Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 6. It says, therefore, and this is speaking to Tyrus. This prophecy coincides with both the ancient Tyrus and the modern Tyrus, which the modern Tyrus would be considered America. America is that land of merchandise and traffic, that land of business. All right, that's why you have what? The World Trade Center. Yeah. All right, and that's why you have some of the most predominant ports in the world in America. All right. Now, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28, verse 6. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee. The terrible, matter of fact, let me start at verse 5, excuse me. This is book of Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 5. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic. And when you go to that term traffic, it means business. All right, you know what? They traffic human beings. That's how America got started. The stock market started, the first trade on the stock market was slaves. All right, you have what they traffic. America traffics cocaine and heroin and poppy seed throughout the earth. They also traffic different merchandise. You know what I'm saying? An abundance of merchandise. All right. It says, and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, which is the nations, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. All right, so the Lord is going to destroy America via the nations and the intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is the sword that has been spoken of. You know?
This is Habakkuk 2. I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home all over the world and everybody else's business, man.
Right.
Who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. Everywhere he goes, death and destruction and hellish conditions follow, and cannot be satisfied. This devil cannot be satisfied no matter what he gets his hand on. But gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You see, so that's what America is all about. America has become a melting pot of nations and a melting pot of people and a hub of control throughout the world for all of the nations. And it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. You have increased in the world with things that do not belong to you. You have taken resources that are not yours. You have taken resources that are not yours, and you have done them forcibly. And it says, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So America has not just created so much debt for itself. It's created, well, I think the brother said it was 277,000 or something to that effect of world debt. $276 trillion of world debt. That's an amazing amount of debt. And you're talking about in America, where America is what, like something crazy like 30-something trillion, you know, or it's up there. The numbers are astronomical, right? So that's thick clay. How can you hope to pay that type of money back to anybody? You can't. You cannot. It's impossible. So the only thing that's left is death, destruction, robbery, and mayhem. Because when you get into a level of debt, the debtor, the debtor is the person with the debt is enslaved to the debtor. Okay, and America is enslaved to all these other nations, and one day these other nations gonna come like, hey man, where that money at? And that's gonna spark something, and our intentions are already sparking. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? Who are they talking about? Well, it's talking about the other nations. And it says, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. So just like you were robbed and spoiled, just like you came out and you robbed and spoiled and stole and killed and pillaged, the same thing is going to happen to you. Okay? And it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations. Have you not done that? Esau, Edom, you spoiled many nations. You went into many different nations and many different peoples and robbed and plundered them, and you still do to this day.
All right, quick precept and continue with this. This is speaking of Esau. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. This is the blessing of Esau. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling should be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live. All right, so Esau lived by the sword, and he spread out his institution and his power through the sword. But the nation's about to draw their sword back on Esau, man.
And that's exactly what this priest, that was beautiful. That's exactly what this is about to bring out. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. You see, so because of all of these atrocities that you have committed, you're going to bring bringing death, destruction, and thermonuclear destruction upon Edom.
That's right, bro.
You see, so that's what's happening. Yep. So you got anything else?
That's called the walk, bro.
All right, so with that, we're going to end it off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our elders and Apostle Great Millstone. Until the next time, Akim Shalom.
Shalom. Baba.